Welcome dear students. Today I will talk about cover letter and reference letter and also how to write CVs, that is curriculum vitae. First I will talk on how to write the cover letters. As you know, like cover letter is very important for any job application. Anywhere there is an advertisement for job, first thing we do, we write a cover letter. And most of the time what we do, we don't pay that much attention to cover letter. We have some cover letters which is written say 1 year, 2 years back. We just copy that, change the date and change the organization's name and the designation of the officer and submit it. So it's not that cover letter would be like same cover letter you will be using for all the organizations or like that. So that's why we have to think and we have to know that what would be the cover letter for your job applications. First of all, cover letter should be consist of maybe 3 or 4 paragraphs. Mainly there is a format called there should be 4 paragraphs. In the first paragraph, and before writing anything, first you have to state that whom you are writing to. So if you make a mistake like instead of CEO of that company or HR director, you send it to the manager of HR, they might just not, they won't be accepting your cover letter. So exactly whom you are sending, that is the first important thing. And then without any spelling mistakes, you have to mention the company's name and also the address where it's going. Say for example, if it is a human resource manager, Grameenphone Limited, Gulshan, Dhaka, an exact address including even the postcode number. That is the first thing you have to do. And after that you have the option like the date you can write on the top left side or below. However you write, that should be in a very usual common format, like say today is say June 23rd, so you write June 23, 2006 and then like that. So after you address to particular person, then you write the subject or object of that letter, and then you start with dear sir or madam. Suppose you don't know like your HR manager or HR director whether it's she or he, so in that case it's preferably you write dear sir / madam. Or suppose you are very sure or it's very well known that the human resource manager is a female or male, then in that case you can write dear sir or madam exactly specifically. And even if you say you know the name that the HR manager is Mr. Korim, in that case don't write that dear Mr. Korim. It's preferably you write dear sir or dear madam. And then how you will proceed for the cover letter, there should be at least 4 paragraphs. First of all, you have to put the reference that where have you heard about that particular advertisement. Suppose it's from newspaper, which newspaper, it's from website, which website. So the reference you have to put, like you have say with reference to the advertisement published on such date in say Daily Star or in BD Jobs, you are applying for the position of marketing executive. That is the first paragraph you have to put. And then in the second paragraph you write about your qualifications, your educational background and already work experience already you have. And then in the third paragraph you write like why your qualification and why your previous experience, your educational background or any other experience matches with the criteria for which the company is asking for. So if you can write the third paragraph very logically, that is also very important. And in the last paragraph you write that you are free, you have all the time to attend the interview, or you are eagerly waiting for attending an interview or any kind of test, and thank them, and you just finish like sincerely yours and your name. And if there is any attachment in the enclosure, you write like two copies of photographs, copies of educational certificates, testimonials or any other copies they want. So this is in general the whole cover letter. If you see the cover letter shown on your screen, you can see like first there is date is written, how the format of date. Even you have the flexibility to write the date in other way, like 23rd June 2006 instead of June 23, 2006. And then you write the exact designation of the officer and then the company name perfectly, and then you start with say dear sir slash madam, and you write like this with reference to the advertisement published on 20th June 2006. I, Mr. X, is applying for the job of marketing executive, and then you write I am currently working in ABC company, and I have been working there as a marketing officer for the last 3 years, and I have an MBA from Dhaka University, and before that I have a BBA from Dhaka University. You write in the second paragraph, and then in the third paragraph you can see this particular person is trying to match with the next job which the company is asking for. Like, he has already experience in the working in the marketing field, he has some proven work experience which showed that he handled different kinds of projects already, and he has that capability to handle further work, and he needs more challenging job. He is thinking that the prospective company has that kind of opportunities. And lastly, he is saying that he is very much eager to join because that prospective company is very well known. And lastly, he is thanking and saying sincerely yours and his name, his full address, and in the enclosure he has put whatever is required for the job application. And this kind of cover letter is very important. If there are spelling mistakes, if there are grammatical mistake, if it is very common format you write, then most of the time employers even they won't look at your CV, because who makes mistakes in the spelling mistake of cover letter, they are not bothered to check their CV as well, because this cover letter itself actually it should be a summary of your whole CV, because it is a chance that you are putting your educational background and your work experience in 2-3 sentences. So if they like this cover letter, they will read more information in your CV. So in the last part we saw that how cover letter is very important, and in the cover letter I told you that that would be the summary of your CV, sort of that reflects the whole of your curriculum vitae, your resume. And in the resume or cover or the curriculum vitae, you say the full thing, the whole detail of your education, qualification, work experience, your other details. You have to say in detail and in a very logical way. But the thing is, writing a CV is not like you have to follow a particular book or you have to follow any particular format. It's like totally depends on what kind of job you are applying for, who you are, what's your experience, what's the company's expectation, that what kind of CV they are expecting. So it's not like you have a CV and you will submit the same CV for all kinds of job to all kinds of company. It is also again, it should be customized according to that particular company you are applying for. Just like cover letter, you have to make it again and again, no particular format. You have to change it again and again according to the company's expectation. So suppose this is a sort of in the cover letter we wrote for marketing executive job. Suppose this is the same kind of job you are writing in CV. So in that case, what you have to do, suppose in the advertisement the company puts certain qualifications, say an MBA in marketing, maybe they put like you need to have interpersonal skill, maybe you need more better communication skill, maybe you need to have computer background like MS Office or say PowerPoint, Word, Excel, or say any other qualification. So what you have to do in the CV, you have to reflect those qualities and you have to highlight those more than other extra things. See, for example, in the book or even in the module, you can see like this is like in the CV it's written like you have to write your name, address, telephone, nationality, date of birth, marital status. All these are okay, fine, but nowadays they don't start with all these. First you can start with like maybe your name is very important, so you put it in the say font size of 20, and that should be in the center of your CV. You can start maybe it would be in the center or in the on the left corner side or in the right corner side. You put in a bigger font, say your name, Mr. Kalam Chaudhuri, you write like this, and then you in below that you have to put your font in less size of like say 14 point. You write the address, say house 51 road 13 or Bonani Dhaka 1213 or something, and then you write your phone number, your contact number, phone number, mobile number and email as well, or if you have some website you can also put your website. So in that case, you first of all, before writing any CV, so you write your name, address, contact details, or if it can be on the left side of the page or center or even on the right side. So if it is in the center, then you attach your photograph on the left. If it is in the left, then attach on the other side, and so on. You have to adjust, and whichever looks good to you, you feel good, then you do like that. So after that, you just can put one separator, a line or something, and then you have to start with objective. In any CV you have to write some objective. Your objective in this case might be to just to enter a position, entry level position in the marketing job. And a lot of time what happens, people they have certain objectives written by some seniors, or somebody has written somewhere in applying for something, or from the book you copy. But this nowadays company, they don't like something very typical, very common things. They like what is your objective. They don't want to listen to somebody from some book you just copy some objective. You have to write some objective which shows your intention, which is very related to your life. Like for this particular job, okay, you write my objective is to enter an entry level job in or mid level job in the marketing department, and I would like I already have experience which I want to enhance through challenging job and through challenging work, and I would like to enhance my knowledge, would like to contribute to your company, and so on. But it should not be that much flowery. It should be very practical, that your aim, want to join the company, you want to enhance your capability, and as you believe the prospective company has potential to grow you more or have huge career perspective, so that's why you'd like to join in that particular company, or you would like to work for a multinational company, just like that. It should not be that personal. Even objective should be a bit impersonal. You just, as if it's your objective of your life, work for a multinational company in the marketing department. That's it. And then after writing objective, you can do what? You can start with like say educational qualification. What you can do, you can put say 16 font like education, and don't put any colon or dash or something, just like education or educational experience. And in that, chronologically you start with your last education. Suppose your last education is MBA, you write MBA in bracket, you like major in marketing, minor in finance or something, and then you write the when you have graduated, say 2000, then the university name, and suppose if there is some school under that university, you also write that school's name or the department's name. What you have to also take care, like suppose you did not get the degree yet, or you are currently pursuing, so you can write currently enrolled or currently pursuing, or you can write date of completion, expected date of completion you have to write. So you have to follow the same thing for the other educational background as well. Like say suppose after MBA you have to mention BBA, again major in finance, minor in marketing, and you have to write in commas you have finished it in the 1998 and so on, from which department, which university, and so on. You can write up to your SSC. Lot of times in professional CV they just mention their BBA, MBA or the last 2 degrees. They don't mention up to HSC, SSC, but it's totally depends on your case, like what kind of job you are applying, or whether you have too much thing in the CV you have to cut down. You can cut down after the BBA, not like you don't have to write mention as HSC, SSC. And even if you mention, you have to follow the same format, like HSC 1992, say 90%, this is school, HSSC 1990, this is school, and like percentage of marks, same format you have to follow. After education, that most important thing, your work experience. Work experience also in the same font you use, make it bold, make the same kind of headline the way you put for your education, and then you carry you keep on writing your start from the last current job you are doing. Say ABC company currently, or you write like from say June 2002 till date, means like you are currently working there. So first company name, your total period of work, and then you write your company address, you can write your designation, your department name, and you write, you don't have to put extra headings, you just write what are the main job duties you do there, what are the main responsibilities. Suppose your company is Beximco Computers Limited, suppose it's like you work from you have been working from June 2002 till date, programmer, let's say banking software development, and then you write your main thing, software development, banking software development, SRS document preparation, different document preparation, report testing, software testing, and so on. In short, everything. And then second job, again you write all these things. You don't have to put 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. It's like in the other last part, say BBA, HSC, you just put bullets before that. And here also like bullets before that. Like before Beximco Computers Limited, suppose you have been working with say ABC Software Limited, you have to put that ABC Software Limited, and the same format you follow for the all the companies or all the work experience. After this education and work experience, you write your other experiences. Other experiences means in our life we all have part-time experiences in several organizations, we all have several other working experience, but that was not full-time, or that you cannot put in the full-time experiences. So in that case you mention some of the work you have done but not as a full time. Say again you can write the same way you wrote for the job experience, work experience part. In this case what you have to do for part time jobs, you don't have to mention all the projects you have done, or in detail you don't have to write when you did and like that. Just write say Hewlett Packard you work for, just write 1999 where you work for, you just write that. You don't have to mention all the things, just write part-time 3 months internship at say Texas Instruments and so on, just like part-time jobs. So after other experiences we can start with any of the main items, like you might start like if you have some projects you have done for the previous company, you give your details like project 1, like all the in bulleted you write whatever projects you have done, and that too is like project's name, for which department you have worked, when you worked, and in which capacity, what was your contribution in the project, or what you have done for that particular project. So you can list all your projects, and then if you have some research experience also you can put in the same column or in the same part. And then after that what you can do, like you have to write your computer proficiency or your computer skills, because nowadays there's no job without your computer proficiency or computer